Hey everybody, welcome to class today. Today is going to be an intermediate, so level 2, maybe a little bit towards a level 3 bosu ball class. I just have a towel because I get really sweaty. So this class is about 40 minutes. I was aiming for 30 minutes and then kind of just got a little bit carried away. We get into a little bit of everything. So there's a little bit of twisting. There's obviously balance because we're using the bosu ball, but nothing too crazy. If you don't have a bosu ball, you could do this class without the bosu ball and you would just do everything on the mat. Or you could substitute it with anything that's a little bit unstable. So you could get a squishy pillow, a piece of foam, anything that you have around the house that might be a little bit unstable. You could even substitute it with a yoga block. Like if you've got one of those foam sort of yoga blocks, that could also work for most of the things except for the planks. But if you don't have any of those things, then don't worry about it. You just do it with the mat as is. If you enjoy these classes, please remember to like and subscribe and tell a friend. And if you've got comments or feedback, please let me know in the comments section below. We are going to get started standing on the mat with the bosu ball in front of us. Starting in the middle of your mat in Tadasana, make sure you've got your bosu in front of you, flat side up. As you inhale, you'll sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. And then as you exhale, take a generous bend in your knees, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the tail towards the floor, bend the knees, start to roll yourself all the way up your spine to standing. One more just like that. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Drop the tail towards the floor, start to press into your feet, roll all the way up to standing. This time when we fold, our hands are going to reach for the bosu. So inhale, sweep your hands up. Exhale, forward fold, hands come to the bosu. As you inhale, come up onto your fingertips, halfway lift. As you exhale, plant your hands in the center of the bosu and step yourself back into a high plank pose. So find your center here, find your balance. Let the bosu rock backwards and forwards a couple of times, side to side, and find your center. And then engage through your legs. Set up your regular plank, except now your hands are on an unstable surface. Draw your shoulder blades down your back body. Puff your chest up towards the sky a little bit, or puff your back body up towards the sky a little bit. And take 4 more slow, deep breaths here. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to press into your left foot, float your right foot up off the floor. Try and keep that bosu still. And then inhale, set it down. As you exhale, press into your right foot, float your left foot up. And then inhale, set it down. We're going to keep going like this. We're going to do 10 on each side. And your goal here is to keep the bosu as still as you can. So the bosu is going to give you feedback as to whether you're shifting a lot from hand to hand. And you'll shift a little bit, and that's okay. But for the most part, you're trying to keep your body as still as you can. Got 7 more on each side. Take it at your own pace. One more each side. Take an inhale, come into your plank, and then as you exhale, set your knees down on the floor. Take an inhale, drop your belly. So it's like you're coming into a cow belly breath, except your hands are elevated on the bosu. And then as you exhale, think about tucking your tailbone underneath you, really round out through your spine. So imagine that someone's pulling your tail to the front of the room and pressing their finger just underneath your rib cage, really round, round, round. And then as you inhale, come into your cow belly breath. As you exhale, press into your shins, tuck and round. You can take 3 more here. And you can let the bosu move a little bit. So play around here. If you press the bosu away from you, you can open up through your shoulders and your lats a little bit more. And then as you inhale, you can let that bosu rock towards you and pull your chest through the gateway of your arms. 2 more. And then come back to neutral, tuck underneath your toes, take an inhale. As you exhale, press into your hands. You're going to lift the knees to hover, coming into your bear. And then inhale, you're just going to tap the knees. Exhale, lift them up. Inhale, tap them so they're just barely grazing the floor. Exhale, lift them up. We're going to do 3 more like this. You can stay here. Otherwise, come into your bear pose. Your right leg will lift. Try and keep your knees an even distance from the floor. As you inhale, tap them. Exhale, lift. Inhale to tap. Exhale, lift. 3 more. Come back to your bear. Set your right foot down. Lift your left foot to hover. As you inhale, tap the knees. Exhale, lift. 4 more. Bring your foot down, come back to your bear pose, take an inhale. As you exhale, send those hips up and back, come into your downward facing dog. So find your hand position on the bosu ball. Find something that feels good and playful for you. So you could tilt it away from you and really open up through your armpits that way. You could tilt it a little bit more towards you and rock back into your heels and get more of a hamstring stretch. Or you can come somewhere in the middle. Use it as a tool to find what feels the best in your body. We're going to take some plank waves from here. So as you inhale, you'll ripple through your spine, come into your plank pose. And then as you exhale, like someone's pulling your hip creases back, you'll find your way into your downward dog. As you inhale, roll yourself forward. And as you exhale, pull yourself back. We've just got 3 more here. We're going to inhale, roll forward into your plank pose. Take an exhale to land. Inhale. As you exhale, you're going to bring your right knee to your right elbow. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, step it back to plank. As you exhale, lift your left leg. Tap it to the right elbow. Woo. Inhale it back. Exhale, tap it to the left elbow. Inhale it back, set it down. Exhale, right leg lifts, take an inhale. As you exhale, right elbow. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, step it back to plank. Exhale, left leg lifts, take an inhale. As you exhale, tap the left elbow. Inhale, single leg plank. Exhale, tap the right elbow. Inhale, back to plank. We're going to do 1 more on each side. Step it back to plank and then roll it back to downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. We're going to take a chaturanga next, and then we're going to put this all together into a sun salutation. So roll yourself forward into your plank pose. Ooh, I should have got a towel for myself. Sweating. You're going to set yourself up for chaturanga. So shift yourself forward, lower down halfway chaturanga. Inhale, press the floor away. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, press the floor away. We're going to do 3 more. You could also take this to wide push-up, so your hands would come a little bit wider on the bosu. Last one. Send those hips all the way up and back. Downward facing dog. Look towards the top of your mat. You're slowly going to walk yourself all the way up to the top. As you inhale, come into a halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, forward fold. Generous bend in the knees. Start to roll yourself all the way up the length of your spine and come all the way to standing. I'm just going to grab myself a towel. Okay. We'll take this into our sun salutation. So as you inhale, sweep your arms all the way up towards the sky. As you exhale, forward fold, hands to the bosu. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale, back to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look to the top of the mat, step, walk or float your feet behind the bosu. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. We're going for 3 more rounds. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Make your way to the top. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to raise. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Make your way to the top. 1 more round. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step, walk or float, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Make your way to the top of the mat. We're going to come to stand on the bosu ball. We're going to start squishy side up, which I personally find harder. So your flat side of your bosu is on the floor. We're going to bring both feet onto the ball. So feet about hips distance apart. We're going to take this into squats. So just like you're coming into your chair pose. So think about your hips going backwards. As you inhale, sweep your arms forward, send your hips back. Your balance point is going to be different here to what it would be on the floor. And then exhale, press into your feet, come to stand. Inhale, hips back, chest forward, weight in your heels. Exhale, press to stand. We're going to go 8 more of these. On your next inhale, you're going to come down into your chair pose. As you exhale, you'll forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. Exhale, put your hands on the ball. You can step, walk, or if you're feeling jazzy, you can float back, chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make sure that your ball is on a stable surface and it's not going to slide away from you. As you inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. As you exhale, shift forward, tap right knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. We've got one more on each side. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, step or assist your right foot all the way through so it lands on the bosu. So now we're kind of in a low lunge position. Think about drawing your right hip crease back a little bit. Make sure your left foot is behind your left hip, not behind your right heel. As you inhale, you're going to come all the way up into a version of your crescent lunge. We're going to hold here for 5 breaths. Bend your back knee as much as you need to. Take one more breath here. As you exhale, hands find the bosu ball. Option for a single leg chaturanga. Inhale back to plank. Exhale, downward dog. So sweaty. As you inhale, you'll take your left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. As you exhale, shift forward, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. One more on each side. Inhale, three-legged dog. As you exhale, bring that left foot to the center of the bosu. Set yourself up in your low lunge. Take a couple of breaths. Make sure your feet are on line. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you'll raise all the way up into your crescent lunge. 5 breaths. One more breath. As you exhale, hands find the bosu. Option for a single leg chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Look to the top of your mat. Step, walk, or float. You're going to bring your feet back onto the bosu. So if you can get yourself all the way back to standing on the bosu from a plank, then all the power to you. We're going to take this, we're going to take this to the floor. We're going to take this into some B. So as you inhale, you'll come down into your chair pose. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, make your way to chaturanga. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, sweep your right leg up. As you exhale, step it through. As you inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, hands find the bosu. Take it through your vinyasa. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. So keep your back heel lifted. It's harder. As you exhale, hands find the bosu ball. Vinyasa. Look to the top. Make your way back to standing on top of the bosu. It doesn't have to be graceful. On your next inhale, come into your chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step, walk, or float. Make your way through chaturanga to plank to down dog. As you inhale, sweep your right leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, crescent lunge. As you exhale, vinyasa. Inhale, sweep your left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Exhale, vinyasa. Look to the top, step, walk or float, make your way to standing on the bosu. We're going to add on a little bit here. So we're going to add on some single leg work. So bring your feet a little bit closer together. Maybe big toes are touching. As you inhale, you're going to come down into your chair pose. Hold your chair pose. You can always hold onto something out in front of you if you need to. On your next exhale, you're going to put your weight into your left foot. See if you can lift your right foot, but keep your chair. Now we're in a single leg chair, single leg wobbly chair. As you inhale, come back into your chair pose. Don't worry if you fall, it's fine. As you exhale, press down into that right foot. See if you can lift your left foot. And then bring it down. We're going to do 9 more on each side. So nice, slow little march here. Hey, buddy. My dog's sitting in the garden in his favorite place, just outside the window here, looking up at me. We got 2 more on each side. Inhale into your chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift and lengthen. As you exhale, step, walk, or float. Make your way through your vinyasa. As you inhale, sweep your right leg up to the sky. As you exhale, step it all the way through. Center that right foot on the ball. As you inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, we're going to come all the way to standing on that right leg. So you might be able to do it in one smooth movement. You might have to tap your left foot a few times. And then as you inhale, you'll step back into your crescent lunge. As you exhale, draw your right hip crease back, press into your right heel. Come all the way to standing, left knee to chest if you can. And then inhale, excuse me, you'll step it all the way back. We're going to go for 8 more here. Last one. We're going to hold it at the top. You're going to draw your left knee in towards your chest. And then you're going to inhale, just tap your foot down to the bosu. So maybe you can hover it. Maybe you have to tap it. As you exhale, draw the left knee into the chest. Inhale, tap it down. We've just got 8 more here. A lot of work for your standing leg. Step it all the way back into your crescent lunge. Woo! Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, with or without a vinyasa, you'll make your way to downward dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg up towards the sky. As you exhale, step all the way through. As you inhale, come up into your crescent lunge. Make sure you're centered on that bosu. And then as you exhale, you'll draw your left hip crease back. Press into your left foot. Come all the way to standing on your left leg. Wobble all over the place. As you inhale, you'll step back into your crescent. And then as you exhale, you'll come all the way to standing. We've got 8 more here. One more. Come all the way to standing on that left leg. Take an inhale. As you exhale, bring the right knee up into your chest. Inhale, hover it above the bosu. Exhale, bring it up. Inhale, set it down. You've got 8 more. Step your right foot back. Inhale, come into your crescent lunge. And then as you exhale, take it through your vinyasa. We're going to change positions slightly. So bring yourself down onto your knees. You're going to bring your right forearm down to the bosu. So we're coming into a side plank. You could keep your right knee down. You could stagger your feet, or you could stack your feet. What I don't want to see is you just collapsing into that right shoulder. So press the bosu away. If you can't create space between your shoulder, the bosu, and your neck, then I want you to drop your knee. The left hand is going to come behind the head. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to tap your left elbow towards the bosu. Inhale, open it up. As you exhale, you're going to dip your left hip towards the mat without rotating towards the mat. And then exhale, pick it back up. Tap your elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, dip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, open. Exhale, dip. Inhale, lift. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, open. Exhale, dip. Inhale, lift. We're going to do 4 more to take us to 8. Last one. And then bring yourself back through center. We're going to take it straight to the other side. So put your left forearm down onto the bosu. Set yourself up with whatever modifications you need to on this side. It might be different. Take an inhale. As you exhale, rotate the right elbow to the bosu. Inhale, open it up. Exhale, dip the left hip. Inhale, pick it up. Exhale, rotate. Inhale, open. Exhale, dip. Inhale, lift. We've got 6 more. One more. And then bring yourself back to center. From here, we're just going to flip the bosu over. So we're squishy side down. I personally find this a little bit easier, but a lot of people find it harder. So we're going to come to standing on the bosu again. So depending how tall your bosu is, you might be able to just step on. Otherwise, you're going to step to the center with one foot and then the other foot, and then wiggle, wiggle, wiggle your feet to about hips distance apart. We're going to come back to our little squats and we're going to add a twist. So as you inhale, come into your chair pose. As you exhale, you'll stand, open your arms out, twist to the right. As you inhale, come into your chair. As you exhale, stand, open your arms out, twist to the left. Do not hit your fan if you are underneath a fan. As you inhale, come into your chair. Exhale, open, twist right. Inhale, come into your chair. Exhale, open, twist left. We do 3 more to each side. One more each side. Bring yourself back to center. You're going to take your left foot to the center of the bosu. You're going to come into some warrior 3 work. So you're going to press into your left leg, bring your right knee into your chest, take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to pull your hips forward like a bucket, coming into your warrior 3 or as close to a warrior 3 as you're comfortable in this position. And then you're going to inhale, come all the way back up to standing. As you exhale, hinge at that left hip. So imagine someone pressing your left hip crease towards the back of the room. And then all the way back up to standing. We're going to go for 8 more on this side. One more. Beautiful. And we're just going to take this straight over to the other side. So bring your right foot to the center of the bosu. Draw your left knee into your chest. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, you'll hinge forward. Send that right hip crease back. Turn your left leg in slightly. So almost overcompensate that internal rotation. And then as you exhale, pull through your right hamstring. Bring yourself all the way to stand. We've got 9 more. One more. Beautiful. And then we're going to step off the bosu. We're going to bring it all the way down to the floor. Set the bosu squishy side up. It can be anywhere you like on your mat. I'm going to take it to the center of my mat. And we're going to sit on the bosu, kind of towards the front of the bosu. Plant your feet out in front of you. Take a nice deep inhale. As you exhale, think about your cat-cow position. Think about coming into your cat. So make a little C curve with your spine. Tuck your tail under. It's like you're hugging a tree with your upper body. Take an inhale. As you exhale, float your right leg up in between your hands. And then inhale, set it down. Exhale, float your left leg up in between your hands. And then inhale, set it down. So you're going to keep alternating just like this. When you lift, obviously you're going to use your hip flexors, but try not to just grip through your hip flexors and your quads. See if you can use your lower belly to help you lift. Imagine that your leg weighs almost nothing and that you're just floating it off the floor. Keep that nice deep curve in through your spine. We're going to do one more on each side like this, and then we're going to add a twist. So you're going to float your right leg up. You're going to twist yourself over towards the right. Try not to fall. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, set it down. Float your left leg up. Twist over towards the left. Come back through center. And then set that foot down. We're just going to do 4 more on each side. Take it at your own pace. One more each side. And then roll yourself all the way up. From here, I'm going to give you the option. You could either just roll back down onto the floor, or you could use the bosu as a little bit of a thoracic opener. I told myself I was going to keep this class to 30 minutes. So I'm going to try and do that. You're going to lie yourself all the way down, either over the bosu or just on the floor. And you'll let your arms open up to a cactus. If you're on the bosu, you can bring your hands behind your head to give your neck a little bit of support. Everybody's going to take a really deep breath in, feel the rib cage expand. And then a deep breath out. One more like that. Inhale, let the rib cage expand. Exhale, bring it out. And then you're going to just let your legs, your knees rather, just windshield from side to side if that's comfortable for you. And then crossing the right ankle over the bottom of the left knee, coming into your figure 4. And then switching it out to the other side. And bringing the soles of your feet together, letting your legs fall out into butterfly if that's a comfortable position for you. And taking any other movement, stretches, wiggles that you feel like you need before the end of class. And then whenever you're ready, you come into your final resting position, whatever that looks like for you. And wherever you land, I encourage you to take one more final deep breath in through your nose, hold it at the top. And then a big open mouth exhale. Please feel free to stay here for as long as what serves you. As always, thank you so much for practicing with me today, and until next time, namaste.